It's Friday. Alright guys, I started filming my video, then Dustin Weed and Bryn got back. And they won't stop talking about how Dustin Weed's breath smells like anus of scum bucket skunks or something. I'm not really sure. Apparently they went to Punch Pizza and it was really good. They recommend it, so if you're in Minneapolis, you should try out Punch Pizza, according to D. Weed and Bryn when they're both high. So now I'm in the lounge, which as you'll recall is where I filmed my video last week. I've got my two buddies, Tough Todd and Jens. And it's basically a sex trip in here right now. So let me tell you about my week. Went to the Twins game on Wednesday.
Well played, Mauer.
With Todd and Anna and Battle Lake Taylor. And that was awesome because students, Wednesday home games at Target Field, $9. The best deal in town. It doesn't get better than that. So we got to be on TV twice. We were on the pre and post game discussion for Fox Sports. Okay, so I was talking about the Twins game, and right when I finished talking about that, my camera glitched and the audio got off from the video, so I'm going to re-record my whole video after I talked about the Twins game. I'm still here in the lounge with Todd. Jen's left because he's wigging out. He's tripping balls.
He is tripping
crazy.
Balls. Yes,
so, after the Twins game, here's what I talked about. Last Saturday, I went to the orchestra. They were amazing. I went with Jens and Sigyn. Osmo Vanska wasn't conducting, but it was still great. They played Night on Bald Mountain, which is from Fantasia. Then they had some lady play Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 23, which was beautiful. She was a great piano player. Then after the intermission, they played Symphonie Fantastique by Berlioz, which, for those of you that don't really know me, is one of my favorite classical pieces. So obviously, I knew it was going to be great, and they played it perfectly. It was just amazing. All the way around, great performance. A++. Got my physics test back from last week, got a 55, but since the class average was a 60, still got a B. College grading is awesome. So, let's get to some questions. TNAC, if I could have any feature in my dream home, what would I have? And that's pretty obvious. Secret passageways and secret rooms. Because then I could just do cool things like, oh, I'm just going to Skype on into the den here, and nobody would have any idea where I went, because they don't know how to get to my den. It's a secret passageway. It's a secret room. They can't find me, and that's awesome to me. Keith, should you ask out Hannah's CA? I say you should just wing it. And that means you should do it.
Yep, do it.
Tough Todd's saying do it. He hasn't led me wrong yet, so I'd say do it. Robs, looking for jobs. No question. That's okay. Dustin Peterson wants to know if I had to listen to one song for a year, what would I listen to? And I would listen to Stairway to Heaven because it encompasses enough emotion in one song and a huge range of loud, soft, pretty, angry, everything, that I could listen to different sections depending on my mood. So I'm going to go Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, obviously. My question is, are you an organ donor? Why or why not?
Yeah, I am.
Todd's an organ donor?
Just saying.
I'm an organ donor?
Yeah, I can throw it in there.
And I'm an organ donor because I feel like they're not going to take my organs while I'm still using them. So once I'm done using them, I'm dead, so it doesn't really matter if somebody else takes my organs. As long as they're still working, I don't see a reason they should be just thrown away, which is, I guess that makes sense to me. If that doesn't make sense to you, why aren't you an organ donor? I'm interested. So,
let me Skype in here. Let me just. All right. Here's the real question of the week. If you were banished from the United States of America, and you had to choose one country to go to for the rest of your life, have no contact with anybody, got to start over, redo, where would you go?
you have to answer it.
Me?
Yeah, you have to answer it. If you're asking it, you have to answer it.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Boy, I didn't see that coming, did I?
No, you didn't.
Alright, well, where would I go? Boy, that's a tough one.
Well, you can't ask a tough question if you can't come up with a tough answer.
I'm going to back out of this. going to answer this next week. Really throw people off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a real question. That Brandon's was a bonus. Don't worry about his. It's not a big deal if you don't answer. Just focus on this one. All right, guys, I'm out.
Maybe you should switch that order up. You should answer mine, and if you feel like it, you should answer Todd's.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He didn't have a legitimate answer, so it's okay if you don't either. But once he does, then I think you should have a legitimate answer too, because I think that's a good question. So, there's my questions this week. I'll see you guys next week. Also, I bought a house, so that's cool.
All right.